These are the members of the Dragongate roster who were not trained in the Dragon system, but joined the roster later. Flamita is a Mexican luchador who is mostly based in Mexico, but he's had stints in Ring of Honor and GLAATE before he announced his return to Dragongate in May 2024. He's not around all the time, but he's still officially on the roster. Jason Lee is a Hong Kong wrestler who came up in 0-1, and he has some of the most crisp, solid offense you will see on this roster. Depending on what era you're talking about, he's either heavily influenced by Bruce Lee or Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Kai came up through Wrestle 1 and All Japan, and he's a protege of Keiji Muto. He often doesn't take his challengers seriously and dismisses them with but Big Match Kai always brings it when it counts. Ho Lun is a Hong Kong wrestler, and he's on the English commentary team. Fans might recognize him from his stints in NXT and AEW. He's also done a ton of work for the Southeast Asia wrestling scene, and he's the guy you want to talk to if your indie promotion wants to book some Dragongate wrestlers. Luis Mante is a Mexican luchador formerly known as Diamante, but he was unmasked in a survival cage match. He came up in CMLL, but he stayed in Japan throughout the pandemic and he adjusted to the Dragongate style. Gianni Valletta is known as the godfather of pro wrestling in the Mediterranean island nation of Malta. He's absolutely unhinged, he runs to the ring with a chain, and he scares the crap out of the audience. Bendito, also known as Oni El Bendito, came up in Big Lucha and appears a lot in Mexican and US indies. After being on the DGUSA cards during Mania Week in Vegas, he came to Japan for a Dragongate tour.